Data transfer impact assessment. We have been talking about SCCs and BCCs, and we initially started talking about the cross-border data transfer from European countries to non-adequate countries. In this video, we are going to talk about the assessment of such data that is moving outside and the overall process. Welcome to my YouTube channel, where you daily see a new content on data privacy. So as I mentioned, we are going to talk about the impact of data transfer from Europe to outside country. So how do we really define this data transfer impact assessment? It's a structured process of how data would be transferred from a European country to a non-European and other countries which are not very good at taking care of the safety of the personal information of their citizens. Many countries already have laws similar to compliant to many having in line with GDPR, but still we have a lot of countries who are good in technology and other things, but under the GDPR and under the data privacy, we still qualify them as non-adequate countries because they are not very strict on taking care of the personal information of their data subjects. When any personal information of a European citizen is moving out of Europe to such country, then European laws under GDPR recommend to do a data transfer impact assessment. That is, how would be the data treated in the other country, and the other country needs to be compliant with the GDPR norms. It helps the GDPR norms to get implemented, and the entire process is compliant with GDPR. CBDT, that is cross-border data transfer, becomes compliant with the privacy laws. This overall helps protects the rights of the data subjects of the European Union. What are the key elements of data transfer impact assessment? First, you have to have an overview of what kind of personal information are you holding and collecting, and maybe why are you processing it, why did you collect it, and why are you actually transferring it outside the country, right? So you need to have a very clear idea of the kind of personal information you have and the purpose of transferring it outside your country, so that you can have a clear information and clear roadmap of what is happening to the information you have collected. You should also do an assessment of the privacy framework of the destination country, and if there is no privacy framework of the destination country, then you have to apply your own frameworks, because you need to be compliant with your own compliance, and that becomes a part of the contract or your agreement when the information is moving out of the European Union. And you also have to see what kind of networks and storage facilities and processing facilities those countries have. Then it comes to safeguards. So what are the safeguards that you are applying? When it comes to technical safeguards, are they well protected? Do they have access control mechanisms? Do they encrypt data? Do they anonymize data? When it comes to processes, your agreement should contain key documents that we talked of in our early videos, the standard contractual clauses and the binding corporate rules. The two documents that are created when the information is moving out of the European Union to a non-adequate country. The difference between the two, as we have been discussing in the last 3-4 videos, the standard contractual clauses apply for any information moving out from a European country to a non-adequate country, and irrespective of whether it comes within the same country, same company, or a different company, different organization. And binding corporate rules are applicable when the information is moved out from a European office of a company, organization, to a non-European office of the same organization, perhaps in a non-adequate privacy country. You need to perform a detailed analysis of what would be the risk if this data moves out and gets breached. What would be the privacy risk, and what would be the mitigation measures that would be handled at that point in time if in case there is a breach to this personal information of the European citizens. When is this required? Well, when you are transferring your information to non-adequate countries. And let me specify this again, non-adequate does not mean that the country is small or big or poor network connectivity or poor technology. Non-adequate for us in terms of data privacy is a country where they are still not very strict on taking care of the personal information or the privacy of the personal information of data subjects or users. You are using a cloud service provider in a foreign jurisdiction, and you are transferring your information to his software, his SaaS application. You are outsourcing or you are subcontracting a processing activity to a foreign vendor who belongs to a non-adequate country. you are doing the intra-group transfers, which are covered under the BCRs, the binding corporate rules, where you are transferring your information from a European office to a office which is in a non-adequate country, right? So you follow BCRs, and you do need to follow and you need to do DTIA prior to creating the BCRs and the standard contractual clauses for outside the organization as well. What is the relevance of DTIA? Why is it required to be done? It helps you comply with data protection laws. It helps people gain more confidence in you that even if their information moves out of the European Union, it could be just processing of information, as we talked about earlier, and maybe because in a non-European country the processing becomes more cost effective. But then if you are doing DTIA properly and you are applying SCCs and BCRs, then you are ensuring that the compliance is met even in non-adequate countries. And if there is a risk, then you are able to mitigate it, you are able to take care of it. The business reputation, in the sense that the data user is more confident on you as you are doing all possible things to cover his data, and there is a legal accountability. And it does not mean that it's only for you, a European business, that there is a legal accountability. It also ensures that opposite side, that is the destination country's organization where you are sending your personal information, is also legally accountable. Their scope of doing business with GDPR following countries would also increase if they are able to do proper standard contractual clauses and do proper DTIA while transferring the information. So this is the overview of data transfer impact assessment. We'll get into more details in the next few days. So stay subscribed to my channel, share your feedback in the comment section, and if you like this video, please press the like and bell icon. Thank you.